back best and fairest. How does it feel?
Yeah, very honoured. I think with the amount that the group has grown in the last year, I think it's becoming more and more rewarding to be awarded with something like this. And like I said up there, I was getting a bit nervous towards the end. Obviously, having missed a game in the way that we do the vote, I wasn't too sure what would happen. And nothing's set in stone. So to be awarded again it's a massive honour, and I'm really happy.
Daisy Pearce sort of said at the start of the season that you got the honours you did last season, and then day one of pre-season you rocked up and you're like, right, what do I need to do to get better? What did you think you learned about yourself this year, and how did you take things to that next level?
Yeah, I think just the longer I was being in the system for was helping me, and I think the more professional I was becoming from being in the system for a certain amount of time really helped me take that next step with my consistency and just being able to play at the highest level. So I think just taking that next step with my professionalism and doing all the little extra things outside of the football club was just helping me to take that next step.
What does that look like to you, those little things outside of football? What have you changed about your routine and your preparation?
Yeah, probably just like those little things like being like an athlete all the time. So having a good, well-earned break, but also knowing that you've got to be fit before pre-season starts. And I guess the start isn't pre-season. You've got your whole off-season where you've got to be doing things and doing those extras. So just being an athlete all year round and not really having too many slack days off, I think.
Take us back to pre-season though, because you had a little bit of a back sort of issue that ruled you out for a couple of weeks of pre-season. How much of a burden was that for you, and to work through that? Yeah,
it was very challenging. I haven't really been through many injuries, touch wood, so it was a very new experience, but I definitely think I came out the other side learning a lot. And I think, it just kind of taught me how important it is, the preparation and doing all the little things before we start to train and stuff like that. And I think I was always like, I'm a bit young, I'm not going to have an injury or something like that, and then I did get one, so I feel like the way I approach my games and trainings is a bit different now, and I would definitely like to think I'm more professional now.
How did it impact you?
It was, obviously you just want to be out there training on the training track, and not being able to do that and not being able to play footy, which is the thing that I love most in the world, was just a bit mentally draining, I guess. But at the same time, it was only pre-season, and I was fortunate that I didn't miss any games. So, I was in the hands of really good medical staff who was doing everything they could to get me back. And then I was able to play round one, which was good.
You speak about, the importance of having a good base during pre-season. For you to be able to achieve what you have this year after having a disruptive pre-season, does that make you excited for what can still be to come when you've got a full base to go off?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do sometimes have to remind myself that I'm only 20 and I am still learning. I'm learning like everything. There's girls in the team that are 10 years older than me and are still figuring things out. So I know that it's not going to be perfect. But I think, like you said, a full pre-season and another year under my belt, I think I can definitely grow next year. And I'm really looking forward to see what I, as an individual, but also as a team, can achieve.
You're such an exciting player to watch. You did mention that you only are 20, so I guess what can we expect to see the next few years if you've already done so much and you're so young?
I definitely want to be the best. I want to be up there with the greatest players, and I also want to win a flag. So I think that's what I'm going to be striving to do. I think if I can just continue to do what I'm doing and continue to grow, I think that'll naturally happen.
And you mentioned that kind of almost like addictive feeling of playing in finals and whatnot. It's off season, but is there already been talk among the girls about what can we do next year?
I think so. I think we do just definitely need to switch off for a bit. Like, it was obviously a massive season, and we do start so early in the year with unofficial pre-season. So it's just having a good break, and then we'll be straight back into it next year. Daisy will have more stuff for us to learn. We'll be able to hone more in on our game plan, and hopefully we can minimise that gap between us and North Melbourne.
Ella, you mentioned Daisy in your speech. How does she push you so that you're able to get the best out of yourself?
Yeah, she's so good for me in my footy. I think she just knows my strengths and weaknesses and makes me able to play to those strengths. So I've been able to have a bit of a licence to play forward and a bit of mid this year, and kind of, in a way, do that when I want to do that. So I think I wouldn't have the freedom to do what I do without her, and I think I feel like she gets that balance really, really right, and just helps me play my best football and impact those games when need be.
You're the youngest ever back-to-back West Coast club champion, male or female. How proud does that make you feel?
Yeah, I didn't know that, so that's very cool to hear. Yeah, very, very proud. Obviously, wouldn't be able to do it without all of my staff and my teammates, so it's a big credit to them.
And Margaret River Football Club are introducing a senior women's team. How proud does it make you to be part of, obviously you hail from Margaret River. How proud do you feel to be part of the inspiration for the next generation of Margaret River footballers, but also the fact that your hometown now has a senior pipeline for female?
Yeah, so proud. When I was down there, I was the only girl playing, so to see how far it's come in such a short amount of time it's amazing. And I do really like to get down there as much as I can and just provide back what they gave me. I still know a lot of people down there, and every time I get down there, I have the best time ever. So hopefully I can do that a bit in the off season. It just makes me so proud and excited about the future of football down there.